Come on. We got this. All right, there we go. Yep, we're live. There we go. Cool, cool. And depending on what I find out, if we discover some more things, I'll probably I'll probably update some guides live on stream. And if I don't do it today, it'll be like the first thing tomorrow afternoon, morning-ish afternoon. You got 2 mythics within like 15 minutes today. Were they worth anything? Like, were there any things that you actually wanted? Or were there like both hardest sell eggs? Might be worth it for your sword. What mythic is that? Shroud is, yo, yeah. Well, Shroud, of course. That's worth it for like every class. Although I do gotta forget that, you know, Scoundrel's Leathers is for Death Trap, so the Shroud works is like basically for every other rogue build. Alright. We're gonna farm with Heartseeker for Invigorating Strike, so it's time to invest into the farm spec. I guess that's it. That's really all I have to do, actually. Yeah. Oh, okay. That's it. This is Boilers. This came from Boilers playlist. Oh, did you guys? No. Never mind. Never mind. I'm thinking something different. Pick up all this stuff because I'm gonna need to salvage.
How can I help?
Let's see what we got for Whisperers real quick. Guess we got Uruvar. Trash round earlier where DT didn't work. Deal is going on. Do I think Twisted Blades are good to play this season? I guess it just depends on your goal. What are you trying to do in the game? I know that's not like necessarily the answer you were looking for, but like it really does matter. Like if you're trying to just, you know, have some fun in T4, you know, farm up some glyphs or whatever, then like Twisted Blades does that just fine. But if you're trying to do like, you know, 100 plus pit rifts or pit tiers or whatever, and you're trying to push leaderboards and stuff like that, then no. I wanted to ask, you don't need a 4GA account? No. No. I have a 3GA one. I guess I don't have the mats to try to remaster work it right now, so my 1GA one that I have in my stash that I use for all the other builds is gonna have to just, you know, be what it is for now until because like I really need to see my master working for other builds. Otherwise, I'm literally gonna be in Inferno Hordes literally all stream. Blaine, what's up? I mean, I appreciate it, don't get me wrong, but the 3GA one I have is just fine. I don't have the thing. No, I only have one mask. Okay. Oh well, that's fine. I was only trying to get the Whisper anyway. Whoops, wrong button. Hey, but what's going on? I'm hunting some Whispers real quick, and then I'm gonna farm for some masterworking materials and play some invigorating. Whoa,
yo, dark side.
Whoa.
We just got raided, son.
What is up? Oh, my glasses. Where they at?
You know how we do.
There we go. We got them.
Drop my new beat for these new viewers.
Sheezy out. What's going on, y'all? Oh, Evident Pig's here too. Look at that. Well, welcome in. I'm actually about to play a build I don't think anyone else has ever played before, so you guys could, stick around and kind of see that. I'm gonna use my Heartseeker build to farm the mats for the Invigorating Strike build. So that's gonna be kind of fun. So, but for those who don't know, I am one of the Maxroll Rogue specialists. Usually take care of bow rogue stuff, bow rogue guides, with the occasional stab from Invigorating Strike. Appreciate the follow. This attack speed is like so satisfying. No. So I'm thinking what, maybe 30k of masterworking material should be enough to make the switch over. Maybe not even that much. I think I only need to trade what, 3 pieces of gear, maybe 4. Can I show the song playing? This song right now or the song before this? Okay, the song gets switched. Alright, hold on. Give me... Yeah. I'll do it after this run. I should have kept Poison Trap in my kit for this. This is like my Nightmare Dungeon setup, not my pit setup. But I just wanted to whisper real quick. Eric, what's up? I was in interaction with Flesh Ripper's Disruption main boss power with Varchar as support, of course. Maxroll was the one that released the information to the world, and Maxroll is Maxroll, so of course he's gonna tell us first. So yeah, I know about it. You probably could do it with Puncture. I mean, it's possible. Although it's awful on single target. You need like a bunch of mobs for that. But sure, you probably can. I would bet you that will get like fixed by like next week. So I guess if you're gonna do it now. I saw my whispers. Single targets. I said, yeah. Hey, Dow, who's your favorite D4 streamer? Honestly, probably Panda Glassjaw. Like if I had to absolutely pick one. I actually forgot about that. That aspect. Not that it's important or anything. It was just. Alright. Nightmare Dungeon time. I don't remember this one. Let's do this one. 11 no star for the Cavs. You said hopefully with Garland. Oh, Garland's in. I wonder if he's like I wonder if he's like actually okay, or is this one of those things where like Cavs got scared and it's like, yo, Garland, we need you now. Can you suck it up and play, please? I hope it doesn't get nerfed. Opens up a lot of builds. Well, the problem is that it causes server issues mainly. Like literally, like it literally crashes the servers. That's the worst part about it. Now, opening up a lot of builds, that's also a little questionable. Like, I guess. I don't know. Like, unless your build is like awesome at single target, you're gonna only get but so far. Like, if you can pull the entire map and take advantage of the whatchamacallit, sure. But the moment you get to the boss, you know, it might take you until Christmas to kill it because you just don't have the single target DPS that you, relative to the you know, trillions that you might be doing. You know what I mean? So. And not to mention, like, that little interaction is bad for speed farming. Like it's terrible for speed farming. So I don't know. I mean, I think it'd be great for like Twitter clips. But there might be like maybe one or two builds, maybe possibly, that has enough innate single target damage for it to be worth it and for a pit push of some sort. But other than that, appreciate the follow. Oh, I'm sorry. Whatchamacallit was asking for that for the other song. Hold on. It literally just slipped my mind. I'm sorry. I gotta back up. I think it was this, right? Alright, keep it real by Chappa's feet. corner. There you go. Like, it literally just slipped my mind. Yo, where are these piles at? There's like one over the other corner. Yeah, one of these days I'm gonna get the song command or whatever fixed. Getting the going into like the dev kit and getting the API to get that to actually work properly is a little more tricky than people realize. And when Spotify's backend is like down in a sense, it's like hard to kind of get access to that sometimes. So the times I've tried, I literally couldn't do it at the time. Hold up. $2K. All right. These are old stones. I'm just picking random keys at the moment just to have it something to do, something different to do. Yes, on Spotify. If I have some Spotify playlists, I'd be thrilled to get the links. Yeah, I do. Exclamation mark playlist. Just be wary though, because there's a lot of songs on there. We're talking about like, you know, a whole like 2,300, 2,100 songs on there, specifically for the stream. And this build looks awesome, refreshing to see it. A Rogue gameplay other than DT. It's fun. Heartseeker's always been fun. Yeah. But the good thing the good thing about, I guess you could say, actually any class really, is that like for T4 content, you can almost play anything. Almost anything. I say anything like B tier and above is pretty easy to gear for T4. I can't grab the thing. No, I got it. Okay. You know what I should do? I haven't really thought about it. But now that I have like the cooldown reduction, because I'm like spending like my energy like crazy, maybe I'll go back to some Shadow Step. The thing that made Nightmare Dungeons on the floor for me is the fact that I can't just dash through them. I have to wait for mobs to drop their... Yeah, so I think for builds like Rain of Arrows, Nightmare Dungeons is like awful because the Rain of Arrows, you want to cast your Rain of Arrows and then you just want to leave. Like go to like the next thing or whatever, right? But you can't do that because you have to wait for the arrows to actually kill and then pick up the materials or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So like, that's annoying. That's why I rather play like this for like Nightmare Dungeons and then like for Infernal Horrors, probably Rain of Arrows, etc. Invigorating Strike. Though the pants for that. I actually got 2 really good pair of pants like day 1 for the build, so I'm actually excited. I have all the gear necessary. It's just I need the master working mats. So, and I would do Infernal Horrors, but I'm like, I've been doing a lot of them recently, so I kind of want to switch it up. I'm gonna grab that. Trying to kill most things. It's like I'm missing. So you got a question about Reneville's build? Yeah, what's up? With all gear, Ubers 2, Elixir, you can cap all resist? Yes. Yes. But you have to make sure that you have all resist on your boots as well as the ring. So all resist on boots and ring. And then you need to have armor on your glove. And then to be able to cap, I think you need one diamond or 2 diamonds in your jewelry, and then that's it. That is with your Paragon board though, so yeah, you know, you gotta make sure you have the Paragon. Is this the build that's on Maxroll right now? My Heartseeker, yes. Enter active gameplay as P. Yeah, it's, like I said, it's fun and pretty speedy. The attack speed is very addicting. No whispers, so we'll just do another or something. No, we'll do a know how to. Just cause 19.8 calves, nice. Dangerous Dan, what's going on, sir? I wish Pet would pick up off-screen items. So the Raven tends to do better. Like the flying pets do a little bit better at picking up stuff a little faster. And they reach most of the screen. Like they pick up. You can switch to Ubervar's power. You can't take beasts anymore. There might be a case, honestly, to not do beasts. Nice for some builds, because you can, in some case scenarios, you can end up crowd controlling them too quickly. And like before you actually like get to them damage wise, depending on the build, and it might actually end up working against you rather than for you. How to get Raven Pet? It's a seasonal thing, seasonal journey thing. They make you work for it. I think Uberbars might be the only one worth using. How come? Is it because of the like 15% cooldown reduction? I guess on like other classes, sure. On Rogue though, you're usually capped on cooldown anyway. So I feel like it has less value on Rogue. How's the season been treating me? It's been alright. I think I've been telling everybody that it's okay. Like, what I like about the season is the quality of life stuff that they've done. What I don't like about the season is the boss powers. The boss powers are incredibly boring. The sub powers are kind of interesting, I guess, ish. But the main powers are like trash in terms of like interactive. Why can't I pick up the... Okay, I was gonna say, I can't pick up the helm. I'm bad at clicking. There's an imposter. If someone will offer pay money to play D4, I will turn off your phone. And never turn it on? Wait, let me make sure I understand. So would that mean that you would play if they pay you, or you would not play? Honestly, I'd question the fact that they contacted you via phone and not Discord. Who uses phone to actually like communicate with people nowadays? No one buys a phone to like talk to people and communicate and that kind of stuff. Nah, man. Who does that? What's that? Okay, that's fair. Okay, I'll give you WhatsApp, I guess. That's like the cooler way of communicating, I guess. You know. What am I up to today? We're gonna do some Invigorating Strike Rogue. Right now, I'm just doing some Nightmare Dungeons to get some masterworking materials. I could do Infernal Horrors, but I kind of wanted to change the scenery, so I'm literally just doing random Nightmare Dungeon keys, ones that I've never done before to kind of spice it up a little bit. I don't play hardcore mode, but I live hardcore mode. Stop dying before I do my combo. Stupid mobs. Yeah, I started to do Shadow Step, at least for the Nightmare Dungeons. So in case there's doors, I don't have to like actually like, or like, you know, corners or whatever. I can just like, you know, Shadow Step if I need to, instead of using Flurry. But only for Nightmare Dungeons though. Kind of fun, but Invigorating Strike didn't have any efficient way to proxy QC except for Couch Aspect. Yep, pretty much. So you do lose the Penitent Greaves because you have to go Sharpshooter. Yeah. Take care, bro. You're out. Okay. You have a good one, man. This is the quickest way to power level your friend. Usually I pit, basically. Just have him kind of stay towards the entrance while you do pits for him. Yeah, Texas is gone. Torment's left behind pit and level. You mean before 60? I honestly thought that you can do that. like as long as you're like, you know, end game level, that you should be able to open pit and your friends should be able to join, unless they change that. You forgot this. It's all good, Jordan. So Dangerous, then are you doing the new dot thing or whatever, or not? I know druids have ways of, you know, breaking the server with that. They didn't change. We wish GTA had a battle pass, because then they wouldn't delay the season for a month. There's been no announcement on when the next season is, right, for D3. Because I love helping everyone out when I can. That's awesome, man. Got it. I guess because now I'm using Tyrael, but I dropped a Shroud, so looking to cap your resist first. Yeah, it's just a matter of knowing where they get your resistance from. But yeah, resist on boots, resist on the legendary ring. Make sure you do armor on the glove, and then the rest is pretty much Paragon, and your mercenary gets 15% as well. I heard that all the extra boss power ashes can turn into caches now. Well, not right now, but on Tuesday. But yes. Already late in PES says a few weeks. Interesting. What's going on Tuesday? So, if what's rumors to be true, I think there's like patch notes out, right, for Tuesday. Yeah, we're getting a patch on Tuesday. Yeah, you should be able to check it out on the patch notes thing. Patch notes feed. They're trying to make room between D4 and D3 launches. That's what they were supposed to be doing, and then they kind of messed up a few times. Well, Heartseeker need hard investment to work in T4. Not really, no. I will say a good shard is important, and Starless feels important, but like, but I mean, you can pretty much do the ancient setup, the ancient version on the site or whatever, and be just fine. Sorry, ancient, ancestral version. Thinking about D3. They can always prolong it more. I mean, they can. Will they is the question. Cavs Pacers are tied. God dang it, Cavs. Cavs was up for like, yeah, I mean, Cavs had a pretty decent lead at the start, right? Come on, Cavs. My nose itches. Sorry. Other than Beast, what would I suggest for DT? What do you mean? Can I get more context? Notable mountain big. How often am I triggering Beast and Ice? Honestly, it's not like consistent. Like it's not like a set rate that happens every time. It feels more sporadic, but I'd say anywhere between like, I don't know, on average point 0.7 times a second, roughly, maybe. I didn't actually sit down and like do the exact calculations for it, but I think on Rogue and some cases it can end up hurting more than helping, just because the range of it is so long that you may end up hitting mobs you're not ready to hit yet, and then you end up like crowd controlling them before you actually get your deeps on the other mobs that got hit on the side or the top or whatever, and then you're like, damn it, by the time you actually like, you know, get to them on some builds, that is. You got down to 3 times a second? Playing what? Oh, the switch ball. Oh, I'm sorry. I think you're talking about beast fall boost for some reason. Sorry. I don't know why I didn't think boss power. What mythic for DT build first? I don't know, honestly. It should be in the guide, no? Part of me wants to say Doombringer, but I'm not. Niggas had the shenanigans of trying to find one for good old Druid. The secret sauce is what you got? Okay. We could tell me 20 shake on Doombringer. Bad. That sounds cool. We'll do this one. So Rogue getting buff. Apparently the poison trap gloves are getting buff. I don't know if it's enough for it to be worth like trying to build for. I didn't like. I mean, I saw the numbers, but I didn't like, you know, do more than just look at it. Like a part of me still thinks it's not gonna be worth anything, but I'm not. You know, don't quote me on that. But the TLDR for Rogue on the patch notes, just poison trap stuff. The glove, they buffed the glove. That's pretty much it. The patch notes for Rogue, specifically. First time seeing Woody on a pit leaderboard, it's like D3 all over again. The Cinnamon Girl, appreciate the sub. Keep talking about the drop rate by the bosses, them below. Our nerf for myth, is that real thing or a speculation? There has been no nerfs to Bilal. But I will say the drop rate for mythics are really bad on the other bosses, except for Bilal. Bilal's really your best chance, and even that kind of feels a little slim. Two remain. Oh, very top. If I somewhere needs a 4G account, I'll let you know. All right, we'll do. Boy, both of them were just chilling at that chest. What's the score, Nana? Sis Cat back on top. Yeah, 36 Kaz. Kaz giving me a heart attack, man. Because if Indiana wins this, it's over, man. Cause you're so mid that somehow they just went in the playoffs. Girl, appreciate the follow. It's kind of boss. You subbed first before you followed. Not hating on that at all. Mippy, what's up, man? How's it going? I was gonna hit you up in DMs earlier because I didn't see you stream today, so I was gonna check by, make sure you're right. Where's the last bandit? Legend is here. That indeed. That indeed is. Took the day out to spend some time with your wife. You're gonna go back in and be refreshed tomorrow. D4 and DBZ, not bad, not bad. Yeah, I'm in the anime. I will say that I'm more so like, I don't want to say surface level anime. I say surface level being more like Shonen Jump type stuff. Like I call that surface level versus those who like, you know, experience like the other types of anime or whatever. But I mean, there are some non-Shonen Jump ones that I like a lot. Like Attack on Titan was very, very good. But yes, in terms of DBZ is concerned, I had like for DBZ, I had every single Japanese VHS tape back in the day with the subtitles and everything, because I couldn't understand the American voice actors. They actually weren't that bad in like DBZ Kai or whatever, but I don't know. Oh wait, I gotta bandit display still. Yeah, where's this little slither of an area right here. Your favorite just happens to be Berserk. And Berserk is it. So I never actually finished Berserk, but like from what I have watched, I really like. It's actually was cool to kind of get more like behind the scenes, you know, about the artists or whatever, the main artist, whatever. He actually would say that he hated like drawing the sword. Like he like regrets every time he has to draw the sword, because like initially he was, you know, when he first did it or whatever, it was like, okay, cool, but then after that he hated having to draw the sword in like basically every page or every scene, because he was saying it just takes so much time. Right, he's just like, man, I hate it. Almost like who was it? The manga artist for Bleach, how he hated drawing Kenpachi's hair or whatever. And you notice like in like the 1,000 Years Blood War, his hair is like not as intricate as it was when he was like introduced at first. And like once he said that, like I started going back and like looking at some of the older episodes. I'm like, dang, yeah, that's a lot of effort he was putting into just the hair. I was just like, I didn't think about it until like later, right? Because you don't really think about these things. You guess you're stuck with beast power, huh? I mean, pretty much. I said, hope I'm doing well today, dude. It's been a long day. To put into perspective, me and the like, what is it? Me and the wife are getting a condo not for like us, but like we're becoming landlords, and that it wasn't planned. Like we didn't plan on doing this initially because we just bought our townhome like last year, so it was kind of like, you know, we're trying to like catch up, you know, with everything, finances and all. But there was this really good opportunity to get this condo from one of our realtors that has, you know, been really good to us. And it was kind of one of those things where we kind of had to hop on it like quick. So like, I mean, when we're talking about quick, we're talking about like a month turnaround, basically. Like we were not thinking about that right then, like in like the middle of March, and here it is like May, and we're about to close. And it's like it's the amount of work that goes into like becoming landlords or whatever to own this condo, whatever like that, has just been insane. And so like my hours have been just like, there's just not enough time in the day, and then of course I have to kind of work a little more of my side gigs to kind of be able to afford to pay for some of these things, as well. So it's just been, I mean, it's not bad or anything. I guess it's just that because we didn't plan and we didn't prepare to do that right then, that it just became a lot at once. So until we close, every day just feels like, every day feels like a massive amount of responsibility and work right now, just to get this going. Kenpachi versus Noritra was one of your favorite fights. Yeah, that was a really good fight. Yeah, Berserk, you have to put the R in there, sir. Exclamation mark. Berserk. Third time, what's going on? You mean like Toriyama, where he gets Super Saiyan blind to not have his editor color out the hair all the time? Yeah, basically, yes. Man, there's so much about like Toriyama and stuff like that, and in terms of like the behind the scenes stuff that like it's funny, like Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z would have been way like so different had his editors not step in, and we're just like, no. Just like straight up no, we're not gonna do that. But you said the German cut for DBZ Kai is a disgrace, unfortunately. Yo, man, the Team 4-star, the Team 4-star parody from start to finish for DBZ is so good. Like, people who've never seen it before, or whatever like that, I don't know who those people are and why they should exist on this planet. But if you've never seen it before, the Team 4-star parody, it's actually like good enough for you to understand everything that's going on while still having comedy. It's like so good. Yeah, man. I think I had two favorite moments of that. One was like Nappa or whatever like that, after he became a ghost or whatever, and like haunting Vegeta or whatever. Also calling Chaozu like a Pokemon, which is absolutely hilarious. And then the Cell Saga, all the Cell Saga. Why did you dodge? Dude, yes. And then what was it, like Piccolo, Kami, and Nails kind of arguing in the Piccolo's head, basically. Having their own conversations back and forth. Ignoring that Piccolo's like there. I'm actually surprised like the original DBZ didn't do more with that. Like it's almost like that's like a missed opportunity, really. So like when Team 4 started it, I'm just like, man, why wasn't this in the original? You know what I'm saying? Like this makes so much sense. Like it really does. Actually, you know what? No, let's not do that. Oh well, I don't care. It's Harbinger. Get the Whisper. Yeah, but that being said, yeah, I do dabble into anime, but like I said, it's mostly Shonen Jump with the kind of typical starter of an anime, right? Like your anime tropes or whatever. First 2 or 3 episodes are trash, with the awful backstory about how the main character lost their family, mom, dad, and whatever, and like he or she goes on this adventure, and then it gets good about like episode 4, and then you're hooked. Yeah, like that kind of Shonen Jump. Which I have force for arrow? You mean like as the main arrow? I have. It's pretty garbage, unfortunately. It requires you to kind of like be in a straight line too. I actually used to use force for arrow as my basic attack for like combo points rapid fire back in like season 3. Just because it made it easy to kind of like, oh whoops, it made it easy to like stay range and stuff or whatever. So like the knockback was actually kind of like, this was back before we had like the loot rework or whatever with all the crowd control and stuff. The knockback was actually kind of useful then. So not only was it useful, but it was like quite fun. But that was the last time I ever used force for arrow, just because Fist of Fate became a thing in season 4 and beyond. So it's kind of like the main purpose behind it is kind of gone. Oh, these big portals. And I'm out of potions. Oof, this is actually kind of harder. This fight's actually kind of harder on Heartseeker. But I am using my like speed spec. It's this phase. Help me out, sir. Oh, I was stuck in animation when I was casting the thing. I'm actually not used to having to fight these phases. 48-38 calves. Very nice. Come on. What? I had no energy? What is going on with me? I'm glad they didn't end DBZ after the Namek Saga. Well, they were planning on doing it after the Cell Saga. The Cell Saga was supposed to be the end of it. Which is why the Boo Saga kind of seemed kind of disconnected from a lot of the rest of DBZ in a sense. And also, Gohan was supposed to be the main protagonist at that point. But people complained, mostly the Japanese people complained that they wanted Goku to be the hero still. And so Toriyama conceded. And so Toriyama turned Gohan into an ultra nerd for most of the Buu saga. Which made me very upset because Gohan was like my favorite character. Yeah, man. I was mad about that. Whoa, what was that? What is that poison? I guess I've never had to really deal with that before. Or it's been a while since I had to deal with that. Said, then he trashed Gohan to nothing. I know. There you go. Second quarter, and Garland has 4 fouls. Nah, man. Yeah, those whatchamacallit eat through the barriers like it's nothing. I'm not gonna change spec though. I'm gonna do it on this. Come on. Odd. It's a Heartseeker from the Maxroll guy. Yeah. This is the speed variant, which I really should have spec for something different for this fight, but that's okay. I didn't think I would have to deal with the invulnerable faces as long as I am right now. So if you're just coming in, like, it looks really bad, but it really isn't that bad, I promise. I'm just being bad. He's at 51-38. Nice. Hopefully Cavs don't find a way to, like, you know, ruin this. Like, sit Garland down until like the 4th quarter. Like, don't even bring him back in the 3rd quarter. Wait, how did I get the whatchamacallit? I should post it as a video. Yeah, he's like mauling me for. I guess I'm not capped. That's also a thing. So Turner has 12, no other pacer has more than 3. Oh, so they're playing that lockdown defense, huh? All right, let me actually pay attention. give me the things. There we go. And there's that, that, and that. Alright, you big man. Another invulnerable phase. Cool, give me the thing. Thank you. Pull. There's one more. Yeah, see? I was like, let me actually pay attention. Oh, mythic. What? The game, I guess the game felt bad for me. It's like, you know what? That's the Andorials, right? Yep. Maximum poison resistance. Nice spark. I don't think I've seen a mythic outside of Belial. I know it's possible when I was doing Belial runs. Come on. Are you serious? Game. The lag. You got both the mythics from Harbinger. It's that it's that memory leak stuff. You hit the algorithm trigger for the mythic drop. Your player dies 50 times in a row. A literal pity drop. How many whatchamacalls do I have? Salvage. Oh. Check some stuff out. A 10.4 cast. That's not enough. Check the mercenaries real quick. Couple of rapport, I guess. Let's go to the den. See if we can get some master working materials so we can start invigorating strike. One was Ubervar. So yeah, like you know, like I know they can. It's like a really low drop rate to the point where I just don't ever expect it to be a thing. So I'm like pleasantly surprised that happened. I was just like, oh wait, that's right. I guess they can. He can't touch up a mythic. All right. There you go. Master working cash. Blaze shift. Master working cash. Salvage cash. Yeah. So it's in the master working cash like what, twice? Maybe 3 times, twice. There you go. Master game.
Did I count it out right?
Solid. There we go. So I got like 4-ish, 4 or 5.
I'm getting the hang of this.
Jimmy, what's going on? Why doesn't Heartseeker work on world bosses? I don't get energy back on hits like everything else. I don't know, you should. That'd be kind of weird for it not to. Actually, I did fight a world boss earlier today with Heartseeker. I mean, it was fine for me. That's weird. I don't know. Which world boss did you fight? I was fighting Wandering Death, and it was okay. Okay. I still need a little more. I don't need to perfectly mash your work, but kind of like this one. Cats be shooting right now, like they're actually hitting their shots. I'm telling you, man, Garland's out there now, man. Makes it easier for everyone to like get some spacing or whatever. Gotta clutch up like Tatum. No comment. Guys up by 20, nice. I say that now until somehow India makes a comeback. He's not actually out there. He's been a bench most of the game. Wow, that didn't actually go off. Boss is you. I don't know if you look at my gear. I don't know why I had to go rain build. Did you try to kill anything else? Like, have you tried to use Heartseeker on like literally anything else after the world boss? Just to make sure that like you didn't change anything on accident. Why imbuement on skill bar? Oh, there's no imbuement on this one. That's Shadow Clone. And that's Poison Grenade. Although in the speed farming version of the
Elena
guide,
rated my stream with
I do have
132 viewers.
Shadow.
We just got
imbued.
raided, son.
Elena with the raid.
You know how we do. Drop my new beat for these new viewers.
Sheezy. Out. What is going on? What's happening? So I got those candles like sitting right like I have both candles sitting on my desk, so I'm able to, so I'm like literally just inhaling both, like the really good smelling one and the interesting smelling other one. So like my brain is all kind of confused right now. Who is that? Is there respect for the raid? Also, Elena with the sub for 5 months. What a baller. How was stream? I am doing the master working farming at the moment, but I didn't want to do in front of horse this time, so I'm literally doing random nightmare dungeons. Oh, you saw Seattle, which is yeah. I used to like way back, like when I first started streaming, she would stream a lot or whatnot around the same time frames that I did. DT Rogue? No, this is not DT Rogue. She used to stream. Oh, I know. I'm just saying, like, she used to stream like a lot at the time. I know she kind of streams sparingly now, but like, yeah, like it was one of those days where like we used to communicate a bit more. But yeah, I know she's really not like that really into like D4 though. She's definitely prefers Diablo 3. But yeah. You're lurking in both. Oh, dungeon's cleared, okay. You have to put it back in the box. That graph broke your nose. I didn't know what to think of it. Like I guess when I opened it, right, I opened the good smelling one first. Not knowing that there was 2 candles or like that, so I was expecting, you know, I was like, oh, this is gonna smell good, but you know, different scent, and I was just like, is this a mistake or is this like expired or I don't know. But knowing the wife, she's gonna actually like light both of them at some point. Not that I want her to, but she's gonna see it and like smell them both. And she would definitely use them. And I hope she picks the right one. It's not DT, it's not Random Rose, tell us on my bit. It's a secret. It's a super secret. Nah, it's Heartseeker. Yeah, I'm gonna be doing Heartseeker. So like this little like, you know, stream of arrows you're seeing, Heartseeker. Secret build, yes. Nah, Invigorating Strike is next. We will be straight up stabbing stuff. Like literally stabbing things. In the game, that is. Stabbing things in the game. Also, by the way, I don't know if you're still here, Elena, but yeah, Dread Sites. Like when Dread Site usually gives like feedback, it's like usually like that. It's actually been a while since he's actually done it in that format, but he used to do it considerably more often back in the day. Yeah, man. It's always a good look. Like anyone that has been there for a while like knows. Like whenever he puts out a document like that, it's like an automatic read. Renabels in season 7 was nice. I actually like it better in season 8. Just more so of just being more intuitive. I know obviously it did more damage in season 7, but like the way it feels to play feels quite a bit better in season 8. So I'm more of a fan of it this season than I was last season. $66.45 halftime. Okay, nice. Is it dropping an alert? gonna be lazy on this stuff. But thanks, Elena. I appreciate you. Okay, so we'll do. Wait. When am I? Oh, she's checking out doing Awakening game at the moment. What kind of game is that? I'm actually curious. I've seen some creators like, you know, I wasn't like watching because I didn't have time, but like I saw that in like a lot of my friends' titles on their stream or whatever. Cut the Heartseeker again. So yeah, I mean, I pretty much finished everything I wanted to do for Heartseeker in terms of like putting it together and stuff. And also any changes I kind of need to make or whatever. I don't think there's any further additions I can do with Heartseeker, at least for close quarters combat. I do plan on doing Victimize at some point, but not yet because the Victimize gear is so different. Gear for that is just so different. So I'm gonna wait to do that a little bit later. But I'm gonna do Invigorating Strike tonight because a lot of the gear is the same. Then I'm gonna do Rapid Fire, and then depending on where I'm at, I might try to do Victimize Heartseeker. See if there's anything we missed there, and then of course there's Pinch Shot and Barrage on the list. Is Pinch Shot a dead mission? Not really, no. I guess personally, I haven't really been a fan of Pinch Shot in like a while, in terms of just mechanics in general. However, the build that I did come up with on Maxroll is actually quite fun to play. And it actually uses Eagle Horn. So it doesn't really take itself seriously, since you're not going to really be pushing seriously anyways on Pinch Shot, and no one's going to be doing that. So I decided to go more for the fun factor or whatever for clearing T4, and it actually works quite well. And if you happen to get into corridors or whatever like that and whatnot, like the amount of bounces from Pinch Shot is actually quite insane, especially since there's a bug with the Pinch Shot bounces in the clone. So as in like you get severely more pin shots and bounces than you're supposed to. So that also kind of brings about the fun factor of just like watching it happen. Yeah, but this pin shot on Maxroll is definitely not slow. It was definitely built with speed in mind. No combo points. Survivor multiplayer, not really my kind of game, as I don't like building settlements and stuff. So I'm not really paying that much attention, but I'm a mod for it, so I'm lurking, hanging out. Gotcha. Okay. Did you change your screen name by any ways, or did you always go by Cinnamon Girl? Or was I just like been oblivious all this time that you've been there as a mod for all this time? Because I would lurk, but I wouldn't say much because it's usually like I'm working or something while lurking. Been Cinnamon Girl for you? Okay, so I guess been that oblivious then. Okay. All right. Sometimes I can be like, sometimes like some of the obvious things. So I'm gonna tell this somewhat embarrassing story. So I was working at one of my second jobs, which is being a waiter at a restaurant. So I was working at Red Lobster. I got transferred to a different Red Lobster following at the time my fiance that didn't work out at the time. But anyways, I got transferred there, and there was this lady that like she was like tall, like she was tall, and like I don't know, like she was tall. It seemed like she was kind of big boned, I guess, for lack of a better word. But when I got there, I thought, that her size was whatever her size was at the time. Then I guess she was missing for like 3 weeks or whatever. Right. And then she comes back and I was just like, hey, what happened? Like, where you been or whatever. And she looks at me like I'm crazy. And she's like, what do you mean where I've been? I'm like, yeah, I haven't seen you for 3 weeks. Did you go on vacation or whatever? And she's like, no, I was pregnant. And I was just like, oh, right. And like, I didn't know what to say because it's like, no matter what I would have said at that time, it would have just sounded really bad. Like I can't say, oh, I thought you were just fat or, oh, I like, there was nothing I could say. Like I just had to walk away and shit. And I was just like, wow. Yeah. I was oblivious. I was literally oblivious. And people just looked at me like, I just like, it's like, really? I'm like, look, man, like, yeah, it was very, very, I felt really bad though. Like, cause I wasn't, and like, there's nothing you can say. You can't say anything. You can't say, well, I just thought it. No, you can't say, you just can't say anything, which makes it even more awkward. So yes, I kind of have those moments where I am like legit completely oblivious. You said congratulations, and did you have a boy or girl? Totally changed the subject. I mean, I guess I was so stunned that I didn't know, and I felt so bad that I couldn't come up with anything clever to say at the time. At all. Coming into the stream and hearing you say I'm praying. What's up, sir? Whoops. I think I might have enough mass market material to put together mixed Stabbington. Did I see her again? Well, I mean, like I had I worked with her, so it's kind of like I never really like, I don't know, like I didn't really interact with her much after that incident. And if I was her, being in her shoes, I don't blame her. Watching the Vosh. All right, what's my materials look like? Because I really don't want to be 18.3. How much do I really need? Let's see, like, let me just see what I need. So I have to do a new bow. To do another dagger. So bow, dagger, and pants is it? Sorry, bow, dagger, pants, and boots. I don't know if 18K is gonna cut it. Let me see if I have some gear that I know I'm not gonna use anymore. Salvage. Not that, no. I gotta put this over here. No? I mean, I'm pretty much gonna use all this. All of these. Again. But yeah, I'm gonna need mats for pants, weapon, and both weapons though. We're gonna have to do more mats. We try to go for like 24 or 25K, somewhere around that range. Gotta make sure I have enough resources to be able to run Invigorating Strike. I don't know if I'd be able to do a Harbinger secondary power with it. That might be just a little too much. $71.49. All right. I'm still weary though, just because of what happened last time. Does this build require a lot of setup of gear? Not really, no. But Shard of Baratheon is like for T4 content. Shard of Baratheon is like definitely a must. Like, no compromises there. What a long way down. You do not want to level your sword, gotta get past. What is like the better like leveling build for sword this season? I have no idea where I'm going at. I feel like I'm lost. Yay, in event firewall again. How long has this been firewall? Like I feel like it's been firewall for a while. This is one long dungeon. Yo, what is this? What is this layout for one? What is this? What is PV2 max? Ow. Oh, this should be backtracked. I don't think I've ever done this dungeon before, so I guess I'm just kind of caught off guard. Will I be putting a victimized variant build on Maxroll for those that like to play vulnerable Heartseeker? Honestly, I mean, if it's worth it, yeah, I'm gonna build one. But I don't have high hopes for it. But I could be pleasantly surprised. Maybe something with the boss powers or something, have a interesting interaction with vulnerable and victimized in general, with the stacking damage sort of thing, the way that victimized works. So maybe we'll find some cool interaction there. But I still have the planner for a victimized Heartseeker though, for like, so like if anyone wants, I mean, it's kind of the same thing as last season. Anyways, the boss power doesn't really change anything about victimized Heartseeker per se. So like if you just want the planner for it, I still have the planner even though I may not have it as a variant. But enough for me to put it as a variant is gotta do something. So we'll see. Like I said, I'm hoping I'm surprised when I try it out. 19K. I mean, all right. I'll be right back, y'all. I think we're gonna go for it because I don't want to do any more nightmare dungeons right now. You don't want boss powers no more. I don't blame you, man. I don't blame you. All right, let's go ahead and put this together real quick. I could probably just use this bow. Temper. We gotta do. Oh, this is gonna be a little hard. Yeah, this is gonna be a bit rough. Flurry. Yo, stop rolling Flurry. Yo, don't. Just roll Flurry like. Okay, there we go. All right. Now I gotta do natural finesse too as well. That's close damage. Okay. Doesn't want to roll. Appreciate the follow. Close damage, good. Okay, we got some okay rolls on this. That's fine. All right, I need a dagger. It's vulnerable. Dex dagger. Yeah, we'll do it. Okay. Temporary. But now I gotta do easier one now, so Invigorating Strike Cleave. Right at 15%, really. 15.5. Might have to re-roll that because that's a low roll, but we'll see. Playing against some knives. And T3 feeling rough as the grass greener in Random Railsville. Well, yeah, technically. Random Rails is just a stronger build. But just understand that like against some knives can do T3 and T4. It's just going to require a lot more investment to get there. So, I mean, you can change up if you like. But I think sometimes, like, if you're watching people build like Death Trap or whatever, which they can pretty much walk into T4 with just the pants and the chest, I guess, kind of. It does make you feel some kind of way that you have to kind of work a bit harder on Dance of Knives just to be able to do T4. What I think of the Knicks comeback last night. I mean, the fact that they won the game practically the same way they won the first one. With the steal at the end by Bridges. And of course, Jalen Brunson being Jalen Brunson. Kind of crazy. Also, like Boston just kind of like folding at the end both times. Like that's got to feel awful. Although I think if you really think about it though, like it's hard to imagine. It's hard to imagine like Boston like losing the series though, even though they're down 2-0, like or they're down 0-2. It's still kind of hard to imagine them actually losing this, which is crazy to think. Like we think about it for everyone else, it's like, oh, 2-0, yeah, you're out. or mostly out, but with Boston, it's kind of like, it's like, nah, it's about even. Got some legs with the Invigorating Strike on it. GA Invigorating Strike. I do too. I actually end up dropping this one like early and like we're talking about like day one. It's a couple of other pants I got that have Invigorating Strike in it. Yeah, here we go. Here's another one. Okay, so we're gonna do armor percent. But thanks though. Days. Trap size. Trap's arm. X amount of seconds. Blame. Oh yeah, Blame said he did this. Huh. Guess we'll do Barrage in again. Yo, thorns. Yo, that's 4 thorns in a row. Like, chill. Chill for real. They lose game 3 is over. Yeah, because no one's ever come back 0-3. But in your mind, you're thinking no team has ever done it. But if there was a team that probably could pull that off versus who they're actually playing with, it's like it could technically be Boston. So it's like despite statistically it's impossible, like it would be impossible if they lost game 3, you still will have an inkling of maybe it might be possible because it's Boston, right? That's the crazy thing about it.
I'll keep my fortune. Wonders of sanctuary at your fingertips. How may I help you?
But good on Knicks though, for sure. I gotta do crit damage shit on that. Is that bottom? It's practically the bottom. Let's get that 96 right there. That'll work. Okay. And we need to roll the primary thing. There we go. Oh, low roll, 42.3. Yeah, that's like, well, that roll is actually pretty like small. 42 to 45. 3.5% difference. I mean, Warriors when we're Draymond getting texts. Yeah, but they've had they have experience doing it though. That's a little different, right? Warriors kind of almost expect Draymond to get a text, so they probably practice that, and they have strategies for when it actually happens because they know it's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? It's like, all right, guys, this is the Dre got tech rotation for the rest of the night, kind of thing. Mr. Coco, what's going on? Okay. I got the roll armor here, don't I? On this. Okay, so now I gotta master word these 3. Start with this one. It's important I get that Invigorating Strike there. The others are not as important, but this one though. We gotta at least get +1 on Invig. Okay. We're just gonna send it. Oh, nice. Okay, I'll take that +2. That's good. All right, here we go. Bow time. That's actually a good roll. Double damage. I'll take that. Double damage. Actually, I'll take that. And Dex. You know, I'm not mad at that. I am not mad at that. Okay. I'm not gonna have enough mass to finish this though, I don't think. Cleave, I'm not mad at that. Dex, sure. Send it. Close it. Oh, you know what? Okay. All right. You know, okay. This is good. This is good enough. I put it that way. It's good enough.
Beware the envious, my friend.
I have no room. Dread. I read your doc. You got lots of compliments, by the way. Especially for those who haven't been around long enough to see the impressive docs that you generally do. The pretty pictures are great, yes. Yes. 89, 69, 3 to go in the third. Anything can happen, man. I'm so hoping. Caps cannot go down. Oh, 3, man. Please. Did I just put this back in here? I did. Wow, okay. I was not paying attention. Ass sockets.
You lose a little mass to dust.
I had Pak Thul on that entire time. That's not good. Why did I have Pak Thul? I put Neo in the thing, didn't I? Okay, got Neo. Yeah, what do I do with my cax? Did I put it back here too? Sure did. Okay, cax. Neo. The moment with the pace of shooting, trash shooting, and then just giving free text. I don't see them coming back. You see the clip when the reporter called him whatever. I have not, but I want to. Okay, so we got. This already had the right aspect on it already, but I gotta get a higher version than that. Boots. I gotta change to the boots too. This is, I need sharpshooters. We'll swap here. It actually overcaps me, doesn't it? Sure it does. Yep. I guess I can remove all resist on this, but we'll leave it as is. I don't have that masterwork material up to masterwork another pair of boots anyway.
Magic is neither good nor evil. How may I help you?
Okay, moon.
Sublime.
Umbrus. Gosh, you're there. Behemoth. All right, that should mostly be it. Everything else stays the same. Let's see if I can sustain. Guess I could use the easier vulnerable. Yeah, let's keep it like this for a little bit. Actually, you know what? Instead of shout stuff, we'll do Flurry. I think that's it. Let's do some nightmare dungeons. Or some for testing grounds. Will I have their energy? This build better than Rain of Arrows? It's not stronger than Rain of Arrows, no. Rain of Arrows is Rogue's second strongest build. Oh wait. I miss how stats find it is to walk up and literally just walk up and stab. Endgame, that is. I put their black glasses on. Might actually change this to this. And then do I forgot to change the skill too. You gotta play zoomed in. This is the build you want to see zoomed in. I'll bet you. Wrong button. Click animus, I have none. Well, I skipped all that. I literally skipped both areas. $97.79. So they cut it down to 18. Wait, why can't I get in? Oh, because there's a door right there. I was like, why can't I go in? It's like right here. Just couldn't see it. Yeah, I didn't see that. Okay, not bad. Might have to see for this one. Okay. I might need to think about not doing harbingers though. Like my energy's not terrible, but considering that I don't have like a double hit anymore. With harbinger spending all that energy, I like being able to get it up faster or fast enough to where that ability isn't off on a couple of hits is gonna be tricky. Yep. Tell me what's going on. This is so much easier on the purple mobs for sure. Because of the cleave. Come on, enemies. $250. I mean, I definitely not. I'm not like XP farming or anything. The poison strat feels super weird on me on 3. Like number 3 for that case. Hold on. Be right back. Oh, where did it go? Sorry, fam. Something was down. I had to do something downstairs. No, no, no. No, no machine. Machine, no. 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 We're not doing that. We're not doing that. We are not doing that. How much time is left? We are not. Calves? Don't you do it, calves. Yeah, this feels really good. Like I have no problems clearing packs. Mitchell was saying this isn't happening again. Is that what he really said? Struce. Alright, Struce. I should get my movement better. But I mean, this feels good. You forgot SGA won MVP. I kind of think Joker deserved it though. Not saying that like SEA didn't deserve it, but like if it wasn't for the career year that Joker had, I mean, you know what? Let's throw the 80 up in here real quick. He didn't free throw merchant. I'll say it. Yeah, this 80 is pretty easy. That's nutty. Oh, really? What happened there? It's the best build if you're leveling a roll from scratch this season. Dancing Knives. Oh, now I'm starting running into a wall. Yeah, I wonder if I might have to go something different than Beast and Ice actually here. I don't know what yet, but like, I'm crowd controlling too quickly. On some targets. I'm dead end. Yep, exactly what I was saying. First mythic was a Doombringer and you're playing sword. Oh, yeah, my lights just flickered for some reason. I don't know what's happening. Dude, this would have been a crazy good run. Second floor kind of ruined it. But again, I think I'm like crowd controlling too quickly. Yeah. Yeah, it's like my lights are flickering. I don't know why. So you used to dance knives on Maxroll? Yes. Yep. So I guess what boss power could I replace it with? I mean, they're all trash. So Mitchell says he's not losing this one. Hey, no, sir. Why did he get crowd control? Mitchell with 39, nice. $118.96. Okay. Those are numbers I like to hear. Tyrese has 4. How? did he not play most of the game, or? Is it overrate that? Now he asked for it. Almost a one mapper. Oh, this should be it.